happens after the Scottsboro case is that Du Bois begins to see a new generation, a whole generation of younger intellectuals. They also, many of them have degrees from leading institutions like Harvard. They also write books. They also begin to reach out and become the voice of African Americans. And he also finds that there's a younger generation of people like Angelo Herndon in Alabama who are more militant than he is, more willing to accept the message of the Communist Party. Angelo Herndon becomes a communist organizer during the early 1930s. Because he says he was impressed that the party fought selflessly and tirelessly to undo the wrongs perpetrated upon my race. Here was no dilly-dallying, no pussyfooting on the question of full equality for the Negro people. And one of the things that the Communist Party did, in addition to the Scottsboro case, was that they were very good at using these highly publicized cases to make their appeal. For example, there was this a dance that was held in Harlem. And they invited people to come, a lot of people they were trying to recruit. And at the dance, there was this incident where a white worker objected to a black man dancing with a white woman. And the communists reacted by putting this worker on trial for racial chauvinism. And they held the trial in a Harlem bar, put out ads saying that we're going to try this worker on the charge of racial chauvinism, invited all these people to come and watch this trial, publicized it in the newspapers. And needless to say, the worker was finally convicted of racial chauvinism, and they exerted the highest penalty, that is, to expel him from the party. And so this is the kind of propaganda, but in terms of the Scottsboro case, they did succeed in saving the Scottsboro defendant from the death penalty. They were able to overturn the initial conviction. Now, what this meant for the Scottsboro defendants didn't mean very much because, as you will see from the text, they were retried and very quickly convicted again. So the whole process had to start again. But they were able to at least delay the execution and save the Scottsboro boys. So that sent a message to the black community that here is a political force, the Communist Party, willing to take a stand. And other cases, like the Angelo Herndon case, where he goes to Atlanta and begins to organize the unemployed, white and black unemployed workers, and leads a demonstration. He's charged with insurrection, very serious life penalty, gets convicted on that. And a member of the black middle class, William Patterson, comes as the head of the International Labor Defense and begins to develop a defense for Angelo Herndon as well as the Scottsboro defendants. Benjamin Davis, member of the Atlanta middle class and the son of one of the leading figures of black Atlanta, graduate of Harvard Law School, volunteers to defend Herndon at no charge.